an FIT student, I promise to embody the mission and vision of the institution by pledging a commitment to myself, my peers, and FIT. All right, so let's do this together, yes? I promise to strive for professional excellence inside and outside of the classroom by challenging myself academically, taking advantage of opportunities for leadership, and actively seeking out experiences that will contribute to personal growth and self-exploration. Congratulations. First of all, let's give ourselves a big round of applause.
Yay! So this was orientation day, and this was the second week of orientation. The first week we just got seminars like from the different departments of the school, and then this week they had the block party, so I got some footage of me acting a fool and slip singing to Doja Cat. But yeah, that day was pretty short because after that we had the fashion design like major meeting, and they just gave us like the rules and policies and things like that, boring stuff. And then I ended the day off eating pizza in Subway. Now this is my first day, so I'm gonna let past Candace talk.
Hey internet, it's your favorite ItGirl Candace, and today is my first day of college. So I'm at the train station right now, just waiting for my train. And I'm nervous. I'll show you my fit. Let's see. I don't know if y'all can see that, but yeah, so my first class today, I only have one class today, and it's textiles, which is the more boring luxury class, but I don't know if y'all can hear me overall, it's driving, but I'm really excited. I don't care what I learn as long as it's fashion related, and yeah. So I have my cute little backpack. I don't know if y'all can see it. My cute little backpack. I brought my laptop and my sister's old textile textbooks, so hopefully I should use some type of prepare. But just look how pretty it is right now. Like I can feel the fall air like seeping in. It's so nice and peaceful. The city.
So I'm going to talk over this part because I didn't get to record again once I got to school. But the first day on Monday is my textile class, and that's my only class. It's probably the most boring topic in fashion, but it's fundamental to understanding fabric, which is fundamental to sewing, yada yada. But my teacher was pretty cool. He was this old white dude, and he seemed like he was going to make the class as easy as possible for us because he knows the material is tough to get onto. But this was me at lunch.
Eating my lunch right now, being very ethnic and eating a double. He gave us like a 30-minute break. And yeah, I don't know what else to do.
So he was very lenient, and not only did he give us a 30-minute break, he let us out early. And because no one had read the textbook, there wasn't really much for us to talk about or cover, so he just let us out early, and I just checked out the campus store because I had never been there before, and after that I just went home because I had to start reading. So that was my first day.
So that was the end of my first day. It was pretty chill. Didn't really do much. He literally ended the class early because I'm starting to realize this isn't a good place to talk. He literally ended the class early because everybody's supposed to read the textbook and no one did it, and it was just like awkward, and he just, unfortunately that's just what happened. So I'll talk more in depth about it when I get home. But yeah, thanks for coming. It was my first day.
So my second day was a little bit more exciting. I barely got footage for it, so I'm using footage from my second week of school of me drafting a sleeve. But yeah, so the first day we learned how to draft like a basic sleeve, and then for homework I think we just had to do like a short sleeve and a long sleeve. And then the video I'm doing, like that you can see me physically doing right now, we had to do like a bell sleeve, a cuff sleeve, a puff sleeve, like all these different types of sleeve patterns. The curriculum is very fast, but I'm a pretty fast learner, I like to think. And I went from not knowing how to even draft a shirt to making 4 different sleeve patterns. So I guess it just says a lot to their curriculum and like how good it is. So I'm just gonna move on to the next day because that was really it that day. This was my 3rd day. Again, I didn't get much footage. I'm using footage from my 2nd week of me drawing, but this is my like fashion figure drawing class. And I was, of course, most excited for this class because I love drawing. It puts me so much at ease. My teacher is amazing. She really knows what she's doing, and I love the way she teaches. I've already learned like really fast like how to draw like a fashion figure, like more better. I don't know how to explain it. I'll put pictures up if you guys want to see what I worked on. Again, the curriculum was very fast. First she made us draw the figure how we usually draw it. Then she did a demo showing us how she does it, and then we applied our skills and we did it like 4 or 4 times until we corrected it. So it's a really good system, and again, it just speaks to how good FIT is if you're interested in fashion. My 4th day of school is my last day, which is on Friday because I don't have any classes on Wednesday. But this was my actual sewing class, which of course is like the most exciting thing. Again, course is very fast. I went from never using an industrial machine to doing like multiple stitches and things like that. The first day she just let us play around with the machine, and then she taught us how to block muslin, which blocking muslin is just like preparing it to be able to be like draped and sewed, because muslin is very like, it's called a grade good. It's like not an official like real fabric. You'll know if you see it. So basically we had to cut 10 squares of muslin and then block it out so that it's like a straight rectangle. And we did this because my next week, which you're gonna see in my next vlog, we sewed them to practice doing different seams. But yeah, that was basically it for my first week, and you guys could stay tuned for my second week vlog, and I love you guys. Bye. So it finally happened. I had my first week at FIT, and I just wanted to tell you guys like how it was and like my thoughts, and yeah, because I just thought that would be a fun video. So let's get into it. So the week before I started school, we had orientation, and orientation, it was really fun. It was really fun. I'm not like trying to like shit on orientation. I love my school. I love my school. But first of all, before we even get into the story time, I love my school. Like going to FIT, like, cause I had so many people telling me different things and like telling me to go to different schools, and I was like, oh my god, am I making the right choice? Like I was so worried that I made the wrong choice. But I know now that I went to school, for a week, I made the right choice. I'm exactly where I'm supposed to be. It was a good choice for me to start right after high school. Like, it was a good idea for me to not dorm. It was good for me to go to school. Like, I found my people at FIT. I felt so just like safe and like welcome and like just like open to like be myself. It's just incredible. I've never felt like I belonged so much in my life. And everyone is really cool. The teachers really fucking like smart, and like I respect all of them, like the whole staff. Obviously the city's great, obviously. Obviously the fashion's great, obviously. And it's just, I just feel like I just love the environment. It's just, I can thrive creatively, I can thrive as myself, and I love my school, and I'm so glad that I picked FIT. Back to what I was saying. So orientation was 2 days, and this is the only thing. Orientation was like 9 hours for each day. So the second day I didn't even come to the first half of orientation because I'm like, I'm not staying here for another 9 hours. I'm tired. Basically just like they took us to like different rooms. We went to different theaters in the school, and they basically like talked to us about like certain things in school, like the internships and like the clubs, and it was like activities for people to get to know each other. And sorry, my sister came in. Things about like the clubs, and they had activities for people to get to know each other, and obviously they had like the main big orientation. But it was the second day of orientation that was really like lit and like really just made me like love my school. There was a block party because my school is just one block. It's just
one block in one building, and then the dorms. So it's very simple, which is good for me because I like get lost very easily, and like I feel like if I was on like a big gigantic campus, I would die. So I did the block party, and it was really cool. They had like carnival games and like snacks and food, and like they were playing music. They were playing Doja Cat, which you know I love Doja. And everybody was dressed up in like their best like outfits and stuff, and then there was also like club signups. So that was really, really fun. I met a lot of people through there. And then we had the fashion design orientation meeting, which I'm assuming that ours was, because everybody had like their orientation meetings for their specific major, but the fashion design one specifically was like the last one. It was like more later in the day, so that's why it came later on. And they gave like the whole rundown on the fashion classes. They gave like what supplies we need, which I'll get to that because there's a lot of supplies, which I was excited for. Yeah, so like then I had like that little week after, and me and my siblings, we went to go get all this shit. So Monday is my textiles class, which is the most boring class, but it's very important to know textiles and fabric. Because when I go to go fabric shopping, which I've went to Mood before, if you don't know what the fibers and all that is, I don't know what the hell I'm buying. So that class is very important. Also, do you guys like my Anna Wintour wig? It's not as silky as I want it to be. Okay, when I also, like, it was like, I don't know, this week played out like a movie. Like, my first class, I got off the train, I was listening to Suddenly I See, which if you know, you know, but if you don't know, that song played in the beginning of The Devil Wears Prada. Look at the lyrics like relate to my life, because like I'm just like, suddenly I see why the hell it means so much to me. I had to say, like, in my textiles class, teacher, he was really funny and he was really cool, and he's like this old white dude. It's because textiles is boring or whatever, so like it seems like he just tries to make the class as easy as possible, as much as he can, because the material is what's hard, not the class. And like he just tries his best to make it like entertaining for us and like be considerate. So like he let us get like a 30-minute break, which my other classes, they didn't give us that long of a break. So he gave, because we were supposed to read like the textbook or whatever, but no one read it. Everyone had like their swatch kits because they were so excited to get that, but no one bought the fucking textbook. I mean, no one read the fucking textbook. So it was, I just got back from school. I'm very, very exhausted, but I just wanted to film this really quick to show you guys that I got my swatch kit. I have to like set it up and stuff because it's no like, it's like paper, it has to be like binded in. That's like all our like work and activities and stuff. But I'm gonna show y'all the exciting part, which is the swatches. I don't know how many swatches are in it, but it's just like a bunch of fabric swatches, so we could like learn or whatever. I picked this up. Yeah, I'll see you. I'm going to bed, I'm very tired. Just him like talking to us and like just recapping the thing. So he was just like, guys, just go home and read the textbook, like, and then come back, because we're not doing anything productive right now. And then we ended the class an hour early. Like, I was like, oh shit, like I didn't even know what to do with myself. I was like, I don't even know, I think I just went straight home. I was fucking tired. His class wiped me out, but it's not his fault. Again, it's the fucking material. Second day was draping, and I was supposed to have my digital design class, but we'll get to that. So I had my draping class, and obviously again I was hype as hell. They had like, we had to pick out our own mannequins, and like again everybody was dressed cute. But the one thing I will say, as much as I'm saying like I feel like I belong, like obviously because we all like have the common interest of fashion and like loving art and like loving New York City, there's not a lot of us. There's a lot of them, and most of my classes I'm like the only one. I'm literally always the only one, and then one more black girl comes in, but then she'll be like 3 shades lighter than me. And I think that's not the school's fault. I think it's more just like parents like being like, oh, fashion design makes no money, it makes no money, and you're going to be a starving artist. So I feel like they make like black kids or like ethnic groups or whatever, they make them take like the business classes instead of just straight up fashion design. I'm lucky to and like blessed to have parents that like believe in me doing fashion and like allowed me to just do fashion design off the rip. But again, it's mostly because my sister, she went to FIT also, and she did business, and she should have just done fashion design. It would have just not wasted so much time. Which she obviously learned stuff from doing business, but she should have just done fashion stuff from the beginning. So then I'm in my draping class, and my teacher, all my teachers are incredible. All my professors are incredible. I love all of them. Also, I had to switch, whatever. I have my professors, I like my professors. But this one, it wasn't his fault. I'm noticing this now, but I was really mad because his class is obviously draping. And like, you have to know like certain measurements, and we're pattern making. So like, I need to hear what he's saying. Literally, we're like, bro, we cannot hear you. Like, we can't hear you. You're right. He's like right here. We're like, bro, we're right here. Why can't we hear you? And so he was like, well, you want to sit in the front. And it was so funny because all like the black girls, like us 3 black girls in the class, we all just sat right next to him because we were just like, bro, I can't hear shit you're saying. Like, I'm not even trying to be funny. Like, I'm not even trying to like make like a spectacle, but it wasn't his fault. It's like the rooms in FIT or something are like, I guess because there's like a lot of supplies and shit. Like, you know how you go to like a new house and the room is empty and you can like hear echoes and everything, but then obviously when you start filling stuff in the room, it starts to get more muffled. I guess there's so much shit in the rooms that it's like, it just makes the teacher sound muffled. Because even in my art class, I can't hear shit. I can't hear. And I was sitting in the front row. I could not hear her. And even when I was speaking to people myself, like, they couldn't hear me. And I was speaking loud like I always do. So I really don't know what. I don't know. So it wasn't his fault. Yeah, so we're sitting in the front. And I made a sleeve. Like, that's the other thing. Like, the way they teach, we have so much time to do, like, homework and, like, so much time to just like chat and like do the work. I finished my homework like during the class and I made a sleeve pattern. And then we had to do my homework was to make a short sleeve also and put it on the oak tag paper. I learned so much in the first week. That's what I'm saying. Like, I'm sorry, it's just so worth it. Like, if you care about fashion, it's just so worth it. Just go to FIT. Like, you're gonna learn more. It's affordable. It's, unless you're going to the school in Cali or the school in Chicago. They're not FIT schools. There's like some fashion art school in Chicago and Cali. Unless you're going to one of those 2 schools, go to FIT. Like, it's just no point. Another interesting thing was like, I thought FIT was going to be a lot of kids from the fashion high school, and I think it's in Queens. Which, again, I wish I would have done that because I would have known a lot of stuff way sooner, and like going to college would be so much easier. It wouldn't just be like me just learning off the rip. But it doesn't matter, I guess, because some reason a lot of the students were international students, meaning like there was a kid from Puerto Rico, there was a kid from India, there was a kid from South Africa, there were kids from Canada. Like, everybody was not from America. Like, there was, like, and the people who were like, from Jersey or, like, upstate New York and, like, weird made-up Westchester, really made-up places. Like, there was only, I don't even think there was that many people from the city. And, like, even Long Island, which isn't, like, the city or, like, any of the 5 boroughs or anything, but there was not even a lot of kids from Long Island. It's just so weird because we're so close. Like, I'm like, where did these kids go then? Or are they all like in the business program? Because I know the business program is more popular at the school. So I don't know. I don't really fucking know. No, like, literally I had one class where one kid was from the fashion high school in Queens. So I guess what this is telling me is that the school is just trying to be like more diverse by getting people from like all these different countries. So it makes me kind of feel like, I don't know, it makes me feel kind of even more proud of myself that I got into school, because it seems like they weren't even taking people from New York, like, at all, because every single person I talked to is not American. or just not from New York. My next day, then I have a day off every Wednesday, because personally to me, I feel like it makes more sense to have a day off in the middle of the week, because you get like rapid fire classes and then you just get like a little break in between. You get to catch up on work, sleep in, and then Thursday, Friday, you get to do work and you're in school or whatever, and then now you have the weekend. So I feel like that just makes sense. I'm sorry, I forgot my schedule already. Thursday was my drawing class, and I can show you that because I have it right here. So that's how we learn how to do like the fashion figure, because I just personally never understood like the figure is 10 heads or whatever, because fashion design, there's different proportions that are very unrealistic, obviously, and it's also the reason why like you don't see like different body types for fashion, because it has to be very stretched out like a mannequin. So her class was really interesting because this teacher, like, I wasn't sure because I didn't get to read her like review on Rate Professor, so I didn't know what she was gonna be like. But she low-key ate with the way she taught, because first she was like, so guys, just draw this picture the way that you would like normally. I was like, I feel like she was tricking me. I was like, what? Okay. So I did as she said, and then I look up and this lady was drawing the same figure on the board. This lady, she blew my brain with how good she drew. I was like, so yeah, I was like, damn, I feel like stupid because she making me draw it the way I usually drew it, and then hers look all good and shit. And then the way she ate is, she was like, okay guys, I'm gonna show you how to draw a figure now. And then she shows how to draw a figure, and she's like, well, what you just learned, now redraw the same figure. I was like, oh. And then she said for homework you have to do her and her again and just like perfect it as much as you can. So like she made us like do it like 3 times in like one period. I had the other 2 she has, but she made us do it like a couple different times so that we're just getting practice. She fixed my largest. So like I was learning like very fast because she was making us do it so many times. This is the final one I did last night that I'm gonna turn in. Again, I already learned so much. And then Friday was like the best, like funnest day, because I had 2 classes that day. I had digital design and materials and construction, and materials and construction is like the actual sewing class. Draping is like literally draping and like pattern making. So this day was really, really like, I don't know, like I felt like I was in a movie. Like I was the main character on Friday. So in the morning I go on Long Island Railroad and I take Rosedale Station because it's way cheaper. It's way cheaper. So I take Rosedale. And again, it's not something I typically do or anything. And then some reason there was like a transfer to Jamaica or whatever, which is annoying. And I sit behind this girl. And I notice as I'm sitting down, I'm like, hold up. Me and this girl have the same bag. This bag. I'm like, huh, you'd only be able to get that if you were a freshman at FIT and went to orientation like I did. So I'm like, I'm gonna talk to her. So I talked to the girl. And it turns out she didn't go to my school, but she took the cosmetology class at my school. My high school. I'm like, wow, this is so crazy. Like the world is so small. Like we literally sat on the same exact train together, like next to each other, and we're going to the same college. Like I don't know, I thought that was so weird, and it reminded me of Nana. I don't know if you guys know that anime. My digital design class, which is like the most important class to me, because at least if you don't know how to sew, you need to know how to make flats to send tech packs to send to manufacturers, which is just like a drawing of like the outfit like flat if it was like on a hanger, and like it has all the details of like how to make it. So whatever. So I had my digital design class, which that class was like boring, but it's important and I care about it. So then I go out for lunch, and I have like a 3-hour break before my materials and construction class, which is my sewing class, which I'm gonna tell you about that. My sewing class. So on this break, I went to this like, there's like this weird like deli that's like right near the school, and it's like a really nice, like clean, nice deli. But if you know like if you know like the hood, then you have to go to a little dirtier deli to get like a good hero. But I did get a hero from there anyway, and it was all right. But they had like fruit there. They had like these little fruit you know what I mean, these little fruit things. And like I'm trying to be like a little bit more healthier, because like running from to the train station, trying not to miss my train, and like running up and down the stairs to my classes, like I be out of breath so fast, and that cannot happen. Like I cannot be 5'5", 130, I think I am 130, and then be out of breath. Like that doesn't add up, and it's not cute to be like, no. So I'm trying to eat like fruit and like things like that, so I could be like, also because I'm tired of being like tired, because I notice I get really hungry and tired easily because I'm not eating the right nutrients for my body. So I'm trying to eat correctly. And the fruit was so fucking good. It was so good and fresh. It was so good. I was so surprised, because also I have like a weird fake peanut and fruit allergy, and like my throat gets like kind of closed and red, and I get like really itchy. Like everything is like, my mouth and my throat is itchy. But it didn't happen with their fruit. I don't know if it's like so fresh or like so clean that that didn't happen, but it didn't happen. So then I see these group of girls, and it's a bunch of black girls, because I just told you guys in the beginning, I'm like, there was not a lot. So I'm like, I'm gonna go talk to them. And like, of course, they were cool as hell. Like they are so cool, and they're also pretty. And my sewing class, I was so fucking confused. Another thing is, like, even though the school is one building, it's very confusing. It's literally like a maze, because they have like, it'll be a hallway, but they'll have a door in the middle of the hallway for some reason to like make it seem like it's a separate building, but you're still in the same building. It's so confusing. And they have lockers that are like everywhere, because FI2 students, again, we have to hold shit like this, so we need lockers. And I'm pretty sure only commuters and fashion design students get them. So I get a locker. If I was dorming, I wouldn't get a locker. Using a shit. I literally walked around the same, this is why I came so early. I walked around the same hallway like 5 times trying to find the classroom. I even sat in a totally different classroom for like 10 minutes because I thought that was a classroom. I was so confused. In the hallways, like there's no security guards or anything, just like being in the hallways to like help you. So I was just fucking lost. I finally got there like at the last second. I used my first industrial machine. I was doing a machine or whatever. And I just thought it was really funny because I kept being like, oh my God, it's not sewing, it's not sewing, it's not sewing. And she was like, Candace, you didn't thread the needle. I was like, oh. Oopsie. And I did like 3 times, and she has so much patience, and I love that, because I didn't thread the needle 3 times. I kept telling her it wasn't working. So I looked kind of stupid. And then the next thing we had to do is we had to prep or block muslin, which I didn't know what the fuck that was. Like I was so confused. Do I have a piece of muslin? So she told us to make 10 8.5 by 11 squares, and we had to take like the big chunks of muslin and just like rip them, and then we had to like fluff it out like this to make sure that it was like the perfect rectangle, and then iron them with the industrial iron, which I was really scared to use, but it's actually not that scary to use. So I did like 5 of these. Of course I did 10 of them. We had so much time that I just finished all my homework like that day, and that's like goes for all my classes. But I'm sorry, this is just me. I guess what I'm trying to say is follow your dreams. I know it's corny, but believe yourself, follow your dreams. If you want to go to that school to pursue that thing, do that thing. I know I've only been here for a week, but I just know I made the right decision, and I know that I'm gonna be successful in everything that I want to accomplish. So yeah, I hope you guys like this video. And if you guys want me to do like more story times, then let me know. But that's basically it. And I'll see you guys in the next video. Love you. Bye.